Stephen Smith is an Australian cricketer. He was born on 2 June 1989. He is currently the captain of the Australia national cricket team across all the three formats. Although he was initially selected for Australia as an all-rounder who could bowl right-arm leg spin. But Smith now plays primarily as a batsman. In 2014, Martin Crowe described Smith as one of the young Fab Four of Test cricket along with Joe Root, Kane Williamson, and Virat Kohli. Smith was born in Sydney to an Australian father, Peter, who has a degree in chemistry and works with pigments and waxes, and his mother is from English soil. He was educated at Meena High School, but at 17 he dropped out of the higher school certificate to play cricket. Stephen Smith says about his childhood and his early life as
a kid, summer holidays were spent on the coast. I just wake up, do the break fast and then run to the beach to meet my friends. I was very competitive as a kid. No matter I was playing football, tennis, or ping pong or holding the breath underwater or how long can I bat. I was also the one who want to bowl the fastest bowl. I always want to take a classic catch. School was something mystery for me. I used to focus more on sports than studies. That is why my teachers told me to take up cricket professionally. I left the school at 12th standard and moved to England to play cricket. It still nothing has changed. Today also I just love my sport, friend, and family. Today also I am a kid.
One of his earliest achievements was being the leading wicket-taker at the 2008 KFC Big Bash tournament. Due to his efforts, he was named the second best player of the tournament. He was part of the New South Wales team that won the 2009 T20 Champions League. In the final against Trinidad and Tobago at Hyderabad, Smith made 33 with the bat and took 2 wickets. By the end of the 2009-10 domestic season, Smith had a first-class batting average of over 50 after just 13 first-class matches. Steve Smith made his international cricket debut in a T20 international match playing as a leg spinner against Pakistan at Melbourne in February 2010. The same month, he made his one-day international debut against the West Indies also at Melbourne. In the 2010 ICC World 2020 competition held in the West Indies, Australia finished runners-up to England. Smith took 11 wickets in 7 matches at an average of 14.81 to finish as the equal second highest wicket-taker of the tournament. Smith was dropped due to his batting technique. But in 2014, Smith made a comeback as a complete batsman against India. Australia were scheduled to visit India for 4 tests. Smith got the chance to play against India in the 3rd test match at Mohali. In his first match innings in India he scored 92 before being stumped by Dhoni. In the final test match at Delhi, Smith made 46 and 18 runs respectively. But was unable to win the test match, as India secured a 4-0 win against Australia. Following Australia's 4-0 horror defeat in India, Australia's next series was against England in the British land. In the 3rd test being 2-0 down to England, Australia moved up north to Old Trafford Ground in Manchester. Australia need to win or draw to save the series. Smith made 89 and 19 runs respectively. In the final test, Smith scored his maiden test century in the first innings of the last test of the series at the Oval. Smith reached the total in style by hitting a 6 off the bowling of Jonathan Trott. Smith's next promising performance comes, when Australia went to South Africa in 2014 to play 3 test matches. Steve Smith produced 269 runs at an average of 67.55 in the series. The most highest point in the career comes when India went to tour Australia. At this time Stephen Smith and Virat Kohli both got the chance to captain their teams. Stephen Smith was unstoppable in this test series. In the first test match in Adelaide, Smith scored 162 runs in the first innings and made 53 runs in the second innings. In second test match he continued his batting form and made 133 runs in the first innings before being run out in the second innings with a score of 28. In third test, Smith scored 192 and 14 runs. In fourth test, Smith scored 117 and 71 runs. Stephen Smith declared man of the series by scoring 769 runs at an average of 128.16, the highest aggregate score in a four-test match series in Australia. Next highest point in the career of Stephen Smith was World Cup 2015. Smith scored 14, 95, 72, 65, 105 and 56 runs in the World Cup matches. The century 105 runs came against India in the semi-final. Smith says about that innings as,
"I will always remember that innings of 2015 semi-final. It is like I have played that innings yesterday only. It was my best one-day knock I have had. It was a beautiful wicket and also at my home ground Sydney. It was a semi-final, a big occasion. That's the time when you have to stand up, and I am proud that I was able to do that on that day."
Smith is a right-handed batsman with a technique that has attracted attention for its unorthodoxy. He moves around frequently in the crease, controls the bat with his bottom hand, that is, the hand closest to the blade of the bat, and is capable of playing unconventional cricket shots like the reverse sweep. Smith loves baseball and supports the Boston Red Sox. He is also a keen horse racing fan. Smith is also a huge tennis fan and recalls meeting Roger Federer as the best day of his life. He holds the record for the most consecutive 50-plus scores in World Cup history with 5 such scores in the 2015 Cricket World Cup. He has 2 Player of the Series award. 1. 2014-15 Border Gavaskar Trophy, where he scored 769 runs against India with an outstanding average of 128.17. 2. 2016-17 Pakistan in Australia, where he scored 441 runs at an average of 110.25. On December 23, 2015, Smith was awarded the Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy for being named the ICC Cricketer of the Year as well as Test Cricketer of the Year for the 2014-15 season.